Hey everybody, Brian Davis here, GratitudeRep.com. I am so glad you're here. I can't tell you, I appreciate it. I really, really do. If you're here, you're probably on the list of 100 people that receive my update every day, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. That's huge. It means the world to me. It gives me a reason to get up every single day and write. It gives me purpose, and I appreciate that. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you being there, reading my updates. I appreciate it. I really do. And I know there's a large number of people reading it because the software tells me so. Now, I'm going to get a little bit technical tonight, just because I've been in that learning mode tonight. So I'm kind of in that technical mode, so I'm going to get a little bit technical on you. First, I want to say thank you. I already did that. I want to say thank you for subscribing to the list. I appreciate it. As you know, the current goal is 1,000 people on my email list. Sorry if I get out of breath. I'm having some cramps tonight, and there's a little pain. 100 people. There's over 100 people actively receiving the update every single morning. Granted, Brian gets up and writes it. And I can't tell you I appreciate that so much. And we are shooting for 1,000 people going forward. I'm going to need your help on that. What I wanted to touch on tonight was basically taking your passion and learning to build a business around it. I've felt for many years, and I've wrote about this, that I was put on this earth to share something. I didn't know what it was, but I was put here to share something, to share a story, to share an experience, whatever it be. I've had many battles. I've had many trials. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've been sober for going on 13 years now. My cancer is not related in any way. I made sure I asked about that because I was very concerned about that. But I faced that battle, and I've shared that story. But today I'm writing my own story. And I wanted to talk to you tonight a little bit about, I have a friend of mine that uses this a lot online, and I'm sure it's not an original. Most people online who spread motivation of any kind have probably stolen it. That's just the way it is. We steal and regurgitate other people's stuff. We hear something that just strikes us, we tweak it, we make it our own, and we recirculate it. That's just the way it is. I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with it, as long as you give credit to the person who inspired you in the first place. I get a lot of my inspirations from John Maxwell. But anyway, this individual's name is Jeff, and he frequently posts about living for the dash. When you look at your tombstone, you have a born on date and you have an end date. That time in between is the dash. And he frequently talks about he lives for the dash. And myself, along the same lines, I talk about writing my own story. And I would contend that the dash is your story. You have your born on date and you have your end date. Just like a gallon of milk. You were produced on this day, you expire on this day. That dash in the middle, that time in between, that's your story. What happened in between? From the time that gallon of milk was made to the time that it expired, what happened in the life of that gallon of milk? That's what goes in the dash. And I'll be talking a lot about that going forward because it resonates with me. Like I said, he talks about living for the dash and designing his own life and whatnot. And I believe the same thing. I think we design our own lives. I think we believe the story we tell ourselves. We are 100% made up of the story that we tell ourselves. And I believe that. I talked about that the other day. That's huge. Telling your own story. And I think we should, talk about being authentic online. And my office is a mess. This is going to get cleaned. May I say tomorrow? No, it's going to get done by Monday. Anyway, there we go. Informal, off track. Chase that rabbit. Yep, I'm off. Writing my own story. I've talked a lot about that in the last few days. I'm going to continue to talk about that. It's become a very big part of my life. There's no doubt. Writing your own story. And you think about that. I mean, myself, yeah. Believe the story you tell yourself. If you walk around telling yourself that you know you're a big failure, that you're never going to succeed at anything, that you're struggling and you're not going to make it, you won't make it. If you tell yourself that you currently are struggling with a situation and you simply need to keep trying new ideas to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, and you're not afraid to fall down every now and then and get back up, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You just need to learn to push back. But with that, this is 6 minutes. I don't want to take any longer than that. These things started out at 3 minutes. They are now up to 6. This thing is rolling. This is Brian's Daily Check-In. This is Brian Davis, GratitudeRep.com. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.